Cats. Love them or hate them, they would eat you if you died. But if we were to stop stroking them for just 1 minute, we might find ourselves asking, where the heck did they come from? Some experts have argued that cats came from outer space, or hell, but we now know, thanks to DNA evidence extracted from a cat trapped in amber, that they're the products of human-assisted evolution. The domestication of the animals that would become modern cats began in the Stone Age, when early humans trained them to catch mice, which they had previously domesticated to catch cheese. Shh! I'm here at the British Museum, where anything that has ever existed is kept. Now, this cave painting, etched 10,000 years ago by early humans onto this piece of sugar paper, demonstrates the gradual step-by-step development of the cat. From its primitive form into the familiar modern shape that we know and pet today. I'm wearing sunglasses because we're filming this bit outside. Now, it's a widely held belief that cats were worshipped and venerated by the ancient Egyptians. This is an idiotic misconception. They actually hated cats, would frequently wrap them in toilet roll and leave them underground. Since then, cats have been transported all over the world. And despite the Egyptian blip, the cultural popularity of cats has been a popular cultural motif in pop culture for as long as culture has been popular. Listen to these examples. Shakespearean playwright William Shakespeare would often write cats into his dramas. However, due to the social restrictions of the time, feline characters had to be portrayed on stage by men. Centuries later, gloomy mystery man Edgar Allan Poe would insist on writing with a dead cat glued to his shoulder, and no-nonsense literary man's man Ernest Hemingway wrote The Old Man and the Sea, a story featuring a big delicious fish, to please his cats. To this day, cats find Hemingway unputdownable. In the 1960s, singer and actor Eartha Kitt would disguise herself as a cat so that she could rescue cats from the set of Batman, where they were routinely depicted as baddies. And in the 1990s, another TV series, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, starred a dead taxidermied cat, which, through the power of crude puppetry, was very sarcastic. And in the music world, former singer-songwriter Morrissey, whom we all remember fondly since his retirement in 1995, loves cats so much that they are the only animal he will eat. And perhaps most famously of all, in the 10th James Bond film, suave war criminal 007 is astonished to learn that an attractive lady's name is Pussy Galore. As we all remember, Bond is disappointed to learn that this does not mean she owns a lot of cats. In a now famous sequence, he delivers a passionate speech about his love of cats and the evils of nationalism before turning his trademark Walther pistol on himself, thus concluding the final ever Bond film. Well, that's it for part 1. Join me again in part 2. It's got a bird. I'm here with Yuri Geller. So, Yuri... It's in the name! I'm gonna roll! Roll complete! Shit, look at that! For part 2 of The Secret History of Cats. Hi, The Guardian? Yeah, no can do. I'm busy on a documentary. If you care to remember, last time we were talking about all of the ways that cats have enlivened popular culture. But of course, like Christopher Lee before them, cats weren't simply put on this planet to brighten our trips to the cinema. They've also assisted us in something called real life. This cat has been trained by the US Army to disguise itself as a dog. Of course, all dog lovers are evil, meaning that when enemy combatants emerge to pet the creature, soldiers can immediately shoot to kill with a clear conscience. Information leaked by traitors has revealed that this was the method used to lure the elderly bin Laden out of his rocking chair so that Navy SEALs could have a better go at shooting his face off. Cats were also enlisted for military service during the Second World War, this one's being knighted by Winston Churchill. For the entirety of that old conflict, Nazi boss Hitler was unaware that his supposed German shepherd Blondie was actually a French cat feeding information back to the Allies. And this cat is taking a well-earned rest after killing all of the mice in Japan. Contrary to popular perception, cats are not selfish, but men who write about them are. In 2015, this man, multimillionaire Andrew Lloyd Webber, flew first class from New York to London and voted in the House of Lords, where he is for some reason permitted, against tax credits for the most vulnerable people in society. And he killed some mice. Cats are highly spiritual creatures. This particular animal is the reincarnation of cremated pop alien David Bowie, as evidenced by his odd eyes, vocal range, and this DNA test. More spirituality. The cats buried alive in ancient Egypt swore to rise from their graves and topple the Egyptian empire. However, as cats sleep for up to 16 hours a day, they rose too late and instead destroyed the Romans. Some people are uncomfortable in the presence of cats, finding them rather shifty or a little bit too four-legged. This unease is likely down to a lack in communication between ourselves and the feline community. To the untrained ear, it can be difficult to differentiate between happy purring and a genuine death threat. Of course, some cats, like this one, are capable of a limited amount of English.
Dancing in the street came to me in a dream. An alien said to me, "David, you and Mick have got to work on a music video together."
And that's about it for this episode of The Secret History of Cats. If you find a stray cat, perhaps behind an old-fashioned metal bin or near a harbour, you should contact your local cat protection group so that the animal can be neutered. You could attempt the process yourself using nail scissors and a spoon, but it hardly ever goes well. So, there we have it. The entire history of all cats. And if you do have any questions, please don't contact me. I've told you everything I know. Yes, come on you. Let's go and do loads of catnip.